Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, July 27th, 2020. I'm Fredicia Liebert. The first phase of COVID-19 sensitization training for employees in the tourism industry on Nevis began on Monday, July 27th. In anticipation of the reopening of the borders of St. Kitts and Nevis, the sessions are being held by the Ministry of Tourism in collaboration with the Nevis Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Health.
It is important that those of you who are on the front lines, that you have the opportunity to hear from the experts what is expected of you, what the new protocols are going to look like, and what our new normal is going to be on the island of Nevis. All of us are in this together, and these training sessions are designed to equip you with the necessary tools that you're going to need. So when you go back to your various places of work, Montpellier, Nisbet, Four Seasons, wherever it may be, that the idea is that you know what to expect, because we have to keep each other safe. You are the ones who are on the front line, and therefore you are the ones who are most at risk, and as a consequence you are the ones who must ensure that you follow the protocols that are necessary.
Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley. Persons who are working for or worked at Nisbet Plantation Beach Club, Mount Nevis Hotel, the Hermitage Plantation, Golden Rock, and Montpellier Plantation Inns received their training on Monday. The session covered health and safety protocols presented by infection prevention and control specialists, nurses Jessica Scarborough and Chandrika Prasad Wallace, and customer service in the COVID-19 era presented by Tricia Daniel.
We anticipate that over the course of the next 2 weeks, over 1,000 tourism workers will be engaged in this training exercise. All attendees will be issued a certificate of attendance. All tourism businesses will be required to have a COVID-19 plan which incorporates the relevant COVID-19 protocols, which will shortly be ratified by the National COVID-19 Task Force. The Ministries of Health and Tourism will collaborate to monitor and guide this in-house training. The COVID-19 Task Force will inspect properties, and those that meet the requirements will be issued the St. Kitts and Nevis Travel Assured Seal, which will be a physical document as well as an electronic seal, which will be placed on the website and the social media platforms of compliant tourism establishments.
Sessions are scheduled for persons who are working for or worked at Oahu Beach Resort, Paradise Beach, Hamilton Beach and Nelson Spring Villas, Nevis Style Realty, and Dion and Associates on Tuesday, July 28th. Persons who are working for or worked at Nevis Houses, All Guest Houses, Shiverton Villas, K. Loomis, Heart of Nevis, Firefly Cottage, and Zenith Krishi Beach will receive their training on Wednesday, July 29th. The training sessions are taking place at the Nevis Performing Arts Center, NEPAC. Meantime, Phase 2 of the COVID-19 sensitization training for the tourism industry will take place on Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. The sessions for persons operating or working as arts and craft vendors and tourism retail operators will run from 3:30 to 6 p.m. at the Nevis Performing Arts Center, NEPAC. Due to COVID-19 guidelines and protocols, persons attending must adhere to the schedule as set. If you are unable to attend at your slotted time period, contact the Ministry of Tourism at 469-0051 or 469-5521 extension 6444. The Nevis Disaster Management Committee met on Friday, July 24th to discuss the island's state of readiness ahead of the peak of the hurricane season. Chair of the committee, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Minister responsible for disaster management, told the various heads of departments in the second such meeting that the time had come for members of the committee to redouble their efforts to ensure that they are prepared for the approaching peak season.
Most times when we get into the hurricane season, there's somewhat of a lull when there is nothing threatening us per se. At this point in time, we cannot say that any weather system is threatening us, but as soon as the Atlantic basin, as they say, become active, then of course we have to pay attention. I know some of you are also multitasking to some extent with respect to the current pandemic that we are facing, but of course, such are the challenges that we have to face from time to time, and such are the challenges that we have been preparing for in terms of training and educating our people. So I believe we should be able to handle these adverse situations with some degree of confidence, knowing that we have done the preparatory work in the past to prepare us for what we are facing now.
Brian Dyer, director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, noted the predictions for an active 2020 Atlantic hurricane season and urged everyone to prepare.
From my experience, we have never been down to so far in the alphabet already, so early in the season. This is just July and we are down to H. So that speaks to what we can expect when the peak of the hurricane season, late August, September, comes around. So I just want to implore everyone to be aware of the situation at hand and to get their house in order, especially to our general population. These individuals should ensure that their disaster plans are finalized and they start stocking up on their supplies to ensure that they are prepared to face what may transpire for the rest of the hurricane season.
During the meeting, the various stakeholders reported on the status of their preparedness and were brought up to date on the forecast and the impact that is likely. Still to come.
The idea behind this is to encourage people to do construction. To encourage you, if you want to build a home, a commercial space, that you do it now.
The details right after this break.
Known as Uwali, land of beautiful waters by its native inhabitants, and later nicknamed Queen of the Caribbean by British settlers, Nevis has long relied on its natural prowess and resources to create livelihoods for its people. The people of Nevis have long remained connected to the gifts nature has bestowed. As an ambassador of this majestic island, it is my duty to encourage my people to nurture, preserve, and protect what makes us unique as a people and strong as a country.
This one is dedicated to my lovely little island.
Welcome back. A new incentive package is being offered by the Nevis Island Administration with the hope of stimulating activity in the construction sector. The announcement was made on Thursday, July 23rd at an NIA Town Hall meeting at the Cotton Ground Community Center.
We are going to continue the tax incentive of exemption from the payment of import duties and customs service charge on materials for those of you who are first-time homeowners. However, what we have decided to do is to extend that exemption to persons who are undertaking renovations to their existing homes. In such cases, individuals will be granted exemption from the payment of import duties and customs service charge on all materials valued at $30,000 or more. Payment of value-added tax only will apply for local purchase or importation of materials involved in any renovation. Individual and businesses undertaking commercial and industrial development projects, such as new construction or major renovation to business places for offices, manufacturing, medical centers, retail stores, and commercial rental spaces such as apartments, will be granted exemption from the payment of import duties and value-added tax, and will pay only 12% customs service charge on the materials associated with the construction if the value of the construction is in excess of $1 million. Where the value of your construction is under $1 million, the business will receive exemption from the payment of import duties and customs service charge and will only pay value-added tax. Individuals and businesses undertaking major renovation to their hotel plant or guest houses will be exempted from the payment of import duties and value-added tax and will only pay the customs service charge on the materials associated with the renovation of such business.
Premier and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Mark Brantley, says the idea is to encourage persons to begin their construction projects now to jumpstart the economy.
I would want to say, however, that there are some conditions. On those that are doing commercial construction, we have said that to benefit 80% of your workers must be nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis. The other condition is that we are now in the month of July, and your construction has to start by December 31st. In addition, since we are now in the hurricane season, we are providing a tax exemption from the payment of import duties for the purchase of items for hurricane preparation for the period of July to November 2020. These items will include generators and hurricane shutters.
Interested persons should apply to the NIA's Ministry of Finance in order to benefit from the incentives. At Thursday's town hall meeting, presentations were also made by Deputy Premier and Federal Representative for Nevis 11, the Honourable Alexis Jeffers, Minister of Community Development, the Honourable Eric Evelyn, Minister of Works, the Honourable Spencer Brand, Junior Minister of Health, the Honourable Hazel Brandy Williams, and Junior Minister of Education, the Honourable Troy Liburd. The next town hall meeting in the NIA's 5-part series titled Conversations with the People will be held at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, July 30th at the Franklin Brown Community Centre in the St. James Parish. Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley, will host his next press conference on Thursday, July 30th. The press conference will be held at the Cabinet Room on the second floor of the Social Security Building at Penny's Estate. Premier Brantley will provide an update on matters pertaining to Nevis, and members of the press will have the opportunity to ask questions. The press conference will be broadcast live from 10 a.m. on Nevis Television, NTV Channel 99, Nevis TV Online.com, NTV Go app, Nevis Television Facebook page, and Nevis Newscast YouTube channel. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.